Welcome back to my YouTube channel and thanks for watching this video. Please like and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. This is a 1986 Chevrolet Camaro that I restored for a close family friend. He passed it to his grandson, so it belongs to his grandson now. This was the worst spot on the car. The T-top area is rusted through. We cleaned it up with our wire brush and we use lead body filler or body solder in this area to repair it. And we've filed it and sanded it at this point and went ahead and did the body work to it, and that's what it looks like as of when I finished the car. And so this area here is where the rust was. um, so now you can see you know the reflections of the sky and the clouds, and you really don't see where any evidence of where the bad spot was, and that's the way it should be. Over on this area, is the T-top weather strip and the trim. The customer's gonna finish that part up, so he's gonna finish painting that part. This weather stripping here is Metro molded weather stripping that I got, off the internet. The only part that I did not like about it was the tab. Um, you can see here the factory has like a cartilage or like a skeleton inside of it where the screws attach to the actual door, and that holds it. And that only has just the foam or the rubber held by the screw. It doesn't have any skeleton. And this is the part number and the suggested retail price. You can find it for less than that if you look around, because it's a kit. So you got to kind of have to look around for it. And I do recommend it because it works well. I just don't like it because it doesn't have that tab. That's the only part that I didn't like about that kit. But I mean, it seems to be working. Um, we had the owner come in and replace, the fog lights. He did a little sweat equity. So in this next shot, that's where you'll see where the fog light is missing. You also see some overspray on that part, down there, the black part. We'll just put that back because I think he's going to replace that in the future anyway. So that overspray is from Mako. It had been painted at some point by Mako in the past. This was a body line, the door and fender. It was almost touching, and the reason for that is that underneath, at some point, the car had been lowered, and it was hitting um, speed bumps and pushing that fender up and distorting it. So we took care of that, and that took care of that body line. Um, Same deal here on this side. We're gonna let the owner, take care of that. And the windshield was it's a new windshield installed by outside vendor. I usually let them install my glass, anything that's has a potential to leak or whatever. So if it goes back, it goes back to them. They usually warranty the work. In the rear, I had to take out everything. So this is when it's bare, and you can see those gray spots on the back. That's the seam sealer. Um, I ran seam sealer in all the spots where it was, pinch welded together, like in here where you have body panels that are welded together. I had to remove that old seam sealer. It cracks, and if you don't, rust will show back up because it's going to get moisture underneath there, and it'll rust, and that rust will creep. It'll creep back, and your paint will start to chip. You can see, um, you know, it came out pretty good. Um, the door jambs, I painted those. That's overspray from um, the Mako paint job that it had before. The owners, he'll detail it. He'll take care of that. So these cars, I mean, it's a lot of work involved. You can see here just the photos of the phases that it went through, and how it came out. Finally came out. Um, if you're going to do work like this, be prepared to take all the panels off of the car. All the little attachments like the ground effects, the front spoiler, because the paint will chip back. And this red paint is very expensive. So you want to disassemble the car, paint all your parts separately. This is a bracket that I repaired with, just welding another stud in it. Of course, this is the mirror. How I take all my mirrors out, take them apart so I can spray back in there. That's part of the rear spoiler. Uh, Gas door, and all the other little parts that you have to, paint separately because if you don't, they will chip. They will chip back, um, and you don't want the work to come back. So I don't do a whole lot of restoration work. You can make more money if you are a body shop by doing collision work for like insurance companies. But every once in a while, for a family member, or a close friend, I'll do it. But I hope you like this video and share it with anyone that has a Z28 that they're restoring. Thank you.